Welcome back to the QORcast podcast. And today we got some juicy drama and some interesting esports news. So we'll talk about the biggest esports news going on right now. Is that Tenz has officially retired from esports. Well, technically
From
Valorant.
Valorant.
He has officially retired from Valorant. He announced it, saying that he was actually thinking about retiring last year, but because Kaide actually convinced him to play at least one more year, he came back and won Masters again. So it was massive, and yeah, he officially retired, and he's currently like streaming and content creating. But it's gonna be funny because he's taking the Shroud. He's gonna be really like he's gonna take the Shroud route, like what Shroud is doing.
What? Just like...
Well, he's gonna be making content, all that, like a pro retiring and then being just as big as Shroud because of his retirement.
Yeah.
So
I'm like... I don't know. I saw this on Twitter and I like kind of agree with it. I'm like, Tenz is a year younger than us, right? He's like 23 right now. Like, the fuck is he retiring for? I mean, like in terms of like the Valorant season, they don't play that much.
Maybe that is part of the reason. Also, is the fact that they play so little. Maybe you could also factor in. Maybe that's why. Maybe a lot of. I mean, we see it online all the time. A lot of these pros are tired of the system and like you playing 12 matches a year.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like, what are you retiring for? If you only gotta, I mean, yeah, of course you gotta practice and you gotta scrim and stuff, but like, this is like CS pros. I feel like they never retire. Like fucking Forrest was like what, like 35 or some shit like that.
The Brazilian Opper, he's still playing and he's like 30, 33, 34. He's playing on a high level also.
Yeah.
And he's like 33, 34.
Like, so, I don't know what Valorant came out in 2020. It's been out for 4 years. So Tenz having a 4-year Valorant career after being laid off from Cloud9's CS team. Like, wow.
I do I see where you're going, right? Like, yeah,
like,
it's a little.
That's such a quick esports career.
Yeah, I mean, also there is a lot of factors to it. Like, yes, you are scrimming like 5-6 days every week, and you're scrimming for like 8 to 9 hours. Then you have to stream, and then social life, all that. But again, like, yes, it's a lot of work, but you can also think about it. Okay, that's just like having a job. Also, it's like if you're working and stuff, that's the same thing. But you can also say like maybe he just lost the love for competing, straight up. There's also like there's stuff like that where you just don't like competing anymore, which I understand. Maybe that's another route he took.
Yeah.
And also, if I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't want to like play in this system. Also, if I'm a competitor and I like to compete, and I'm playing 12 matches a year, I'm gonna be kind of annoyed, and I would be like, yo, like I'm sitting on my ass 6 months. Like we're gonna be scrimming for 6 months, only to be playing for like another 4 months, and that's it. Yeah. And that's if we do good. So you can also say the structure of it is really bad, because not only that, if you remember the first champions, Ascend, the club Ascend, they actually officially pulled out of Valorant completely now. So it's crazy how
they weren't franchised, right?
They were not franchised, but they were the first champions, like the first ever champions in Valorant. So it's kind of saying like the first ever champions, like they're like, yeah, we can't even invest in Valorant anymore, we got to back out, like the ecosystem is not good. And then now you're seeing also like in tier 2 with a bunch of orgs, like it's just a lot of small orgs. Okay, we don't make it, we're dropping, we're leaving Valorant. It's a lot of just like 1 year wonders, with a lot of orgs. So it's kind of insane. I know also Saucy retired. I know a lot of Brazilians are gonna be sad. Saucy has officially retired. People were thinking like, oh, he's gonna get dropped and go to another team, but no, he just straight up retired. He's been competing for, I think he said, for like 12 years in different games and all that. So he's been competing for a minute in other games. So I think he's won everything. He's won champions. He's won masters. He's done it. He's done everything he wants. So he's kind of completed Valorant in a way.
Yeah.
So it's
I
good.
guess you could say the same thing about Tenz in a much shorter time, but it's just like like we were talking about this earlier today. Like this is like if Faker retired from fucking League. Like,
yeah, but Faker, he's been competing for a minute though.
Yeah, I mean, League is definitely a different game than Valorant, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's definitely, and I mean, like, it's not like Tenz like needs to play to like have a career. Like, obviously his content does really well, so he like, it's not like this is like gonna ruin him or anything, and he's still, yeah, like you said, he's gonna be like Shroud, and everyone's probably still gonna watch him because everyone loves Shroud and everyone loves Tenz. But yeah, I think it's such like a short esports career, like 23 and retiring.
Yeah, and I think maybe I can't confirm, but I feel like maybe another factor is he just wants to take care of Kaide and just be with her for as long as possible. So I mean, I get it. Maybe it's like either fell out of the love of the game, wants to take care of Kaide. So I get it. He's won 2 Masters. He's been an international champion twice. So he is a winner. End of the day.
Yeah.
He's made a career. He's won actual international events, and he's solidified himself for the rest of his career. So he is a winner in the end of the day. But I mean, congratulations to him. He if he comes back, it is what it is. But you know, it's good on him. So we got some juicy drama.
When does
if you guys don't know,
end?
don't worry, it's not about pedophiles this time. So we're good on that. So if you guys don't know, the Minecraft OG YouTuber DanTDM, he recently made comments against Logan Paul, MrBeast, and KSI. So recently, Prime and MrBeast's food company, Beastables, yeah, they combined together to make a Lunchables kind of thing, but they call it Lunchies. So you have to Prime drink, and then they have their own food.
That sounds so stupid.
So DanTDM was like, in what way is this beneficial? This is not good. It's awful. Prime has been proven to not be healthy at all. Yeah, they keep saying it's better than Gatorade, but comparing it to Gatorade, it's not any better.
Mm-hmm.
Energy drinks is not good and it's not compatible. And he just made a comment about that. And then, for some reason, Logan Paul's like, you know, whatever happened to YouTubers, we invest our money. We want to make a good product and all that. But I'm like, Logan Paul, you're already getting in trouble for your crypto zoo. You're making Prime, which is not a good company overall, to be honest with you. And you're just a scammer. People have known you for being a scammer and just scamming people.
I can't remember the last time Logan Paul did something and people are like, let's fucking go, Logan. Like,
yeah.
Like, nice one. Like, nah. I feel like he never does anything, like, productive.
He doesn't deserve his popularity. But he comes out and he says, I think KSI, for some reason, he quote tweets and he's like, oh, you make a bad product too. Look at this action figure, like a little figure he made of himself. And I'm like, that's not what he's talking about. His whole point was, you're making food and you're making food that's basically not good for you. It's not an alternative. It's not a healthy diet. He's asking, why are you making a product that's not healthy instead of teaching them how to make a healthy? Because they are both fit. They've boxed before professionally and done YouTube boxing event, and they have shown that they eat healthy and all that. And he's wondering, why not show that and be promoted like, hey, this, be role model on that sense, instead of making a product with MrBeast, whose food has not been good, and his chocolate bars has been awful because he keeps changing ingredients. So it's like,
apparently at one point they weren't made by child labor, and then they were proud of that and they put the fucking like the label on it, and then at some point they took the label off that says that.
Yeah.
So they're scummy in that way. The ingredients are bad now. Yeah.
It's just overall like a lot of things. It's just, first of all, and right now, MrBeast is not a good person to work with. At least Ludwig had the audacity to be like, yo, I'm not expecting this guy's sponsorships for his like gaming thing.
Yeah.
So Ludwig at least has the backbone to be like, I'm not working with this guy. I'm not going to take any of his money until he addresses any of the allegations. Which, by the way, he has not yet.
Still has yet. That dog pack video's been out for a minute now.
Yeah.
All of them.
And after Drama Alert tweeted about, he decided to respond to Drama Alert. Not even DanTDM. He responded to Drama Alert about in the replies, and everyone in the replies is like, yo, are you gonna talk about the allegation, or are you just gonna keep talking about your product, because you have not done anything? So it's crazy how like in such a short time, MrBeast has gotten so much. He's become from being one of the most loved creators to one of the most hated. And on top of that, the same day this all was happening, it was announced that him and Amazon are both being sued by the competitors of their show for sexual harassment, not treating them well, and not paying them at least minimum wage. They're paying them the workers under minimum wage.
I don't know how like Amazon is like getting away with this. I think it's crazy. Yeah, I think it's insane. Amazon.
And then also the richest YouTuber.
Company.
And the richest YouTuber is not paying their workers at more than a minimum wage. Are you insane right now?
It's just a lot of people with the most money or the fucking. They want to hold on to it.
Yeah, and then it's just your products are shit. Like, let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried MrBeast. The only product I've ever tried with MrBeast was the MrBeast burgers, and they were a mid-ass burger. On a good day, it's a 5 out of 10.
Apparently, a lot of people say it's like barely edible.
Yeah, like the ones I had, they were fine. But it's like again, it's like if you're just hungry and that's the only thing that's open, you can eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But be honest, it's not that good. And then Prime, I'm not drinking Prime. It's like I'd rather drink like if I'm working out or if I'm exercising, I don't even get Gatorade.
Drink water.
Yeah, just fucking drink water. Like, do you really need that much sugar or electrolytes? Come on now. So that's been going on. And then like, but the thing is, it's like you're making fun of it and you're bringing down DanTDM, which this guy, he has like a wife and kid. He has never had any controversy. He just makes Minecraft YouTube videos for like 12 years and he has never had any problems. And he's like the nicest dude ever.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, and also on top of that, they were just like not getting to the point where he was making. He's saying it's like, instead of making bad products and making a Lunchables kind of thing, which is still bad. I don't get why you're making a Lunchables thing. Why not just teach them how to be more fit and eat better?
Yeah.
So that's what's
this
like.
Is what you can get away with when you have an audience under the age of like 15.
Honestly, yeah. I actually recently went to KSI's subreddit just because I was curious about it.
Mm-hmm.
I went there and his whole subreddit is like, yo, you're. They were basically roasting KSI. It was like, yo, you're a fucking idiot. That's not what he was getting at. So his own subreddit was going after him.
Fucking when does it end? When does this stupid YouTube shit end?
This is why you do not look up to YouTubers and celebrities. Never look up to them.
Yeah.
Never look up to YouTubers and celebrities.
We fucking suck.
Yeah, we're awful.
Stay away.
Don't even look up to us. Yeah, you can watch our content, but do not look up to us. Especially Danny. Have you just look at him. All right, on to some Deadlock news. So if you guys don't know, they recently came out with a massive patch, and the game actually, surprisingly enough, there is no one character that just feels absolutely unplayable. It's just not good. I feel like the game has actually gotten better and improved upon it.
I feel like there's still some characters that feel awful to play against, though.
Yeah. Like Dynamo, he's still, I feel like, the most broken character in the game right now. He can do everything. The guy who his ult can make a void and bring you all in.
Mm-hmm.
He's just easily the best character because he's a tank. On top of that, he could do damage and he could just like, in a team fight, he's amazing. Abrams is good. Mo and Krill are good because everyone's calling this the tank meta right now. Because if you just play one of those 3 characters, you'll be fine. If you have like 2 or 1 of those characters in your games, the game is finally playable, but you always need one of those 3. And the meta is actually like not bad. The items seems a bit more balanced. And like the game just feels overall kind of good because there's no one character that's like always bad or like, oh, if you pick him, you're instant losing. Like in like, I don't know, League, for example, if there's a character that's just overall bad, I don't know if there's any, Denny.
Not right now, it seems. They're definitely like less optimal, but in casual play, like everyone's viable. Yeah.
I think for now, because we still don't have a ranked and they only do patches every 2 weeks and we're still in beta. So right now there is no we can't really test it out. There has been small tournaments. I know there was a 10K tournament that happened, it was really cool to see because I know Tenz recently made a comment saying that the esports is not going to be like optimized for Deadlock, which I know what he means, but I feel like we have to give it more
It's
time
too
for
early.
it to develop.
It's too early.
It's way too early. I feel like we need to give it more time to develop. And I feel like when I was watching the tournament, I kind of like it was good. Like the observers were doing a good job. Everything was decent, and the tournament was running well. They had a one agent ban system, and then they were like pick, and ban.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really, really good. But yeah, I know that I know there's like small tournaments. I wouldn't. There is you could say there's pros now, but I wouldn't say it yet. I feel like we still need to wait for like ranked. We still need to wait for an actual esports system to go start developing. But overall, I think it's like it's fine. Nothing too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Deadlock is in a good spot.
I'm excited for a new Valve esport.
Yeah.
CS is like kind of weird right now, so.
I mean, I would love to play CS, but we can't, and I'm not downloading Faceit. I refuse. Like, why do I have to download another app to play this?
To make the game playable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why am I doing? That's why I like to sometimes just pick up Valorant and just play it, or like just pick it up and play it. Like, why I don't have to download a second app. It's 128 tick. There's an anti-cheat. All right, everything is there. Boom, I pick it up and play.
Valorant does have the e-data problem, though.
It does have it, yes. The community's weird.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The game itself is fine.
I feel like I need to shower after every round of Valorant because like I feel like it just gets really grimy in there, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, the community it's not fixable right now.
Maybe
there's stains in every community.
Be a little better now that Tenz is gone, and some of those like fanboy fangirls will like disperse.
Those aimer groups. It's always so funny when always seeing those aimer groups, because one time I love it because they're those aimers, like there's groups that do aim training and all that. They're very very serious when someone makes an aim routine. I remember Demon 1, he dropped like an 8. He's like, "Oh, this is how I, by the way, Demon 1 is a world champion. Let's keep that in mind, okay? He's won champions in Valorant. He's like, "Hey, this is how I do my warm-up routine in Valorant beforehand." And a lot of these aimer groups were like, "Yo, this is so stupid. You're not supposed to be doing that, blah blah blah." And I looked at it, I'm like, "Are you telling a world champion?
Where's your world champion?"
Yeah. And I'm like, "Are you telling a world champion how to do aim training when he has won the highest level of champion in his respective game?"
Yeah.
It's like, that's why every time I look at it, it's like, I'm part of this aim group. Like, this aim group. It's like, just say you're unemployed. I mean,
just say
I don't know.
Unemployed.
It's the aim groups is funny. I mean, I don't hate them, but
like
they're just funny to talk.
Sniper clans from COD, but worse.
Hey, sniper clans were cool. I still fucked with them. They were a vibe. Sniper clans were a vibe back in Black Ops 2, MW3.
That's
that was a
phase
vibe
started.
But yeah, that's all for the news.
Core merch.
I'm wearing core merch right now.
Ennis has got it on. I
got it on. I know I don't have as much on, but I got it on now. And I would, if you want to buy any core merch, we're still selling a lot of the summer products, I believe. And if you want to spring tees also, we have a lot of those also.
QORgaming.com/shop.
QORgaming.com/shop. If you want to check out anything over there, everything's on the website. So if you like anything, if you want to get anything, go over there.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.